Woman thought she was bloated, then looks in the toilet. Caitlyn looked down and nearly fainted. She screamed for her husband, but he couldn't hear her. She was all alone. Hundreds of questions ran through her mind as she inspected the strange thing that had just come out of her. How could this be possible? James and Caitlyn Lane were a married couple who lived a beautiful life up until that day. They had a lovely home and 2 golden retrievers. They were excited to start a family, but despite all their efforts, months had passed, and Caitlyn still wasn't pregnant. She had a feeling that something was wrong with her, so she made an appointment with her doctor. So, what was the problem? The results came back clear, and Caitlyn was told she was healthy. If so, then why couldn't she conceive? There was nothing she wanted more than to have a baby. After months of trying different treatments, the couple decided to put their dreams on hold. Caitlyn went back on the pill and focused on other aspects of her life. Then, half a year later, something shocking happened that explained everything. One Sunday evening, after flushing the toilet, Caitlyn got up and turned around to wash her hands. That's when she saw it. There was something strange on the toilet seat that she couldn't explain. She shouted for help, and her husband came rushing in. Both of them were at a loss for words. Maybe it's because of the new cleaner I used, Caitlyn stammered. The toilet seat had turned bright blue. But, as the couple would soon learn, the mysterious blue ring on the porcelain wasn't caused by a cleaning product. Caitlyn didn't want to take any chances, so she called her doctor the next morning. I know this is a strange question. It's probably the strangest question anyone has ever asked you, Caitlyn told the consulting nurse. Then I proceed. After she was finished laughing at me, she said it was the oddest question, and she asked around the office, more laughter, and couldn't help me, Caitlyn recalls. I then called my mother-in-law to check her bathroom since I had been there the night before. Totally normal, she continued. Caitlyn couldn't shake the feeling that there had to be something more to this strange incident. She knew something was wrong with her. That night, she decided to Google blue toilet seat. And the results would shock her to the core. The next morning, Caitlyn went to the pharmacy and bought a few pregnancy tests. It turned out that when she Googled blue toilet seat the day before, it showed her hundreds of results about how pregnancy hormones can change the color of porcelain toilet seats. She took a pregnancy test just to be sure, and it came out positive. It was about time. Caitlyn recalls. She and her husband were on cloud 9 when they found out she was pregnant. The day after, the couple booked an appointment at their local hospital. Caitlyn thought she was maybe 12 weeks pregnant at most. But once the doctor did an ultrasound, the pair couldn't believe what they were looking at. Caitlyn later shared her bizarre story on Reddit, where it went viral. So insane. You are proof those didn't know I was pregnant stories are true. So interesting that you didn't really seem to feel baby before you knew. I always wonder about that, one person commented. Caitlyn had no idea that she was already 7 months pregnant. The midwife asked if I felt movement, and I told her I hadn't until the week I found out. Caitlyn continued. It's like he was waiting for me to figure it out before making himself known. Now I can feel him constantly. Especially when he gives me a kick to the ribs. Another user wrote, what a wild ride. Thanks for sharing your story, and congratulations. Caitlyn's ultrasound showed a full-sized baby with a fully formed heart and his head down. Both Caitlyn and her husband were shocked. It turned out that she was about 7 months pregnant and had no idea. When Caitlyn heard about the news, she was both speechless and excited. After years of trying, she was finally pregnant. 2 months later, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. It was one of the best experiences of my life, she recalls. I had no morning sickness or cravings, that's why I didn't even know I was pregnant. The whole pregnancy just flew by. Caitlyn's story proves that even your wildest dream can come true at any moment. This bizarre story serves to remind us to always expect the unexpected and never give up on our dreams. It can come true when you least expect it. Do you know anyone who didn't know they were pregnant?